All right, we got them going here. It is the e-skate women.
We got Diana Katchour, Laboue, and Melissa Hodgson out here for our women's e-skate class.
Getting the green flag, rolling start, and off they go.
Amped Electric Games, the voice of electric sports. Make sure you like, subscribe, and share the stream so others can appreciate what we're doing out here.
Wow, it's great to see these women hitting the track and having their own category. The women e-skates, being able to push it together on this track. And you'll notice right away, there's some differences in skill, and they're pushing away in the front and making sure they're very safe in the back. We have Diana out in first potentially as they're making their way across the track. A very strong rider. I believe she's pretty close with City Surfa, who's another e-skate rider out there. And they're making their way and really spreading apart as they find their way around this track here.
Anybody can come out to race and ride. Anybody can get a board. You can start out with a basic board, and as you move your way up, there's always room to upgrade your equipment and customize your boards, your wheels. There's a lot of customization options when it comes to e-skates.
That is very true. Unlike a lot of these other machines you find out here, the e-skates, you could really meticulously figure out exactly what you would like on that board. As we find them coming across, Dina, I believe.
Diana Katchour in first place.
Yeah, so they can upgrade these motors, they can upgrade their batteries, they can almost do endless things to these e-boards. So it's really cool to see the type of boards that come out here. And a lot of these
Laboue,
second
place.
Yeah, a lot of these racers decide to stick with their stock setups as well. So they can very well be trusted, and a lot of this technology is becoming better and better to the point where they can get on these racetracks with these boards, right? Fresh out of the box.
Not only that, they also have some options as far as the tuning as well. I believe they're able to kind of tune the trucks or what the wheels attached to, the axles.
Yeah, so you could work with what they call bushings between the boards, and you can make sure that they match your body weight and how much you could push down on that board. So if you're someone who's a little bit lighter, maybe someone like myself, you want something a little gummier, a little softer, so you don't have to push as hard. But say you're a little bit lighter, but you're going fast, you want maybe that harder bushing. And what that does, for everyone who doesn't understand at home, it's how hard you could push on that board versus how far it will turn. So the harder bushing you have, the further you can lean into that turn, and the board will not just suddenly turn underneath you. And a lot of that too has to do with the truck systems as well. And I think that's a big thing that's going to come up in the Pro Series, is they pick up a lot of that speed. And they're making their way. I see a checkered flag here, I believe.
And 19, Diana Katchour holding on to that first place position.
Yes. Dina, that's another name we saw at e-skatecon this year. So she found her way from Vegas all the way over here to AVS to be competing in the race and ride event.
Riptide Bushings, I believe they're out here as a sponsor. They put out some products for those boards, right?
Honestly, I don't think you could have gotten a better bushing company as a sponsor. Riptide is definitely a go-to for a lot of the racers. Back in Canada, we go to Riptide, and they meticulously help you figure out exactly what you might need for your board according to your board, your weight, and everything else. We have another competitor crossing the line, number 85.
Laboue, second place.
More and more, we're finding more of these women coming out here and competing, and it's great to see because they are very supportive of one another, and it's a cool culture kind of on the side of the community aspect that we have, this whole women concept of having their own categories and working their way into the open categories and really showing those men exactly what's going on.
Yes. And there's no barriers to entry into PED. Old, young, male, female, anyway, anybody can come out here and race. And like we were saying before, they're racing against themselves. They're racing against their own times.
100%.
In a lot of cases.
Yeah, and it's crazy to see the variety of riders we have here. I believe the youngest rider registered to race here today could be as young as 11 years old.
So, Dawn Champion is an EUC rider. I saw her rolling around out here today. Dawn Champion, she's a regular out here at AVS.
My name is Dawn Champion. I am Dawn S Champion on Instagram. I'm from Taiwan. I ride with the SoCal group, Marty, Roger, the Night Riders, Liam with EC Underground, that whole gang. I currently ride, my EX30 is my wheel of choice, but I also have a Dirt Master, a Street Master, MCM5, an M103, and M104. I tend to be a solo rider, and but I will join up with some group rides. I don't like the racing. I think what happens is what I do gets mistaken for racing, but it's dancing.
Thanks for watching Race and Ride at Apple Valley Speedway, presented by Stooge Raceboards and broadcast by Amped Electric Games, the voice of electric sports.